October 10th, 2025, Uhuru Park isn't just hosting a political rally, it is hosting a rebirth. A blue wave of wiper flags floods the Nairobi skyline as Kalonzo steps forward, not as a perennial candidate, but as the man determined to end Ruto's reign. Besides him stands Matiang'i, the hard-nosed technocrat-turned-rebel, and Gachagua, the once loyal deputy turned defector. This isn't politics as usual. This is a declaration of war, political, ideological, and generational. For the first time in years, the opposition smells unity, and that, in Kenyan politics, is the most dangerous scent of all. Kalonzo Musyoka, calmed, seasoned, and visibly charged, accepts the mantle as Wiper's 2027 flag-bearer before thousands of roaring delegates. His words are sharp. This is not just Wiper's moment, it is Kenya's turning point. He positions himself not as a lone contender, but as the nucleus of a broader movement, a united opposition ready to face Ruto head-on. His promise is both moral and strategic, ethical governance, economic revival, and national healing. For a man often dismissed as always the deputy, this speech reframes Kalonzo not as shadow, but as the spotlight itself.
What about this regime's insatiable appetite for loans upon loans upon loans? Kenya's public debt under this regime has become an albatross around our necks. They call it bottom-up economics. But what we see is bottomless corruption and a top-down greed. It is not an economic plan. It is an economic funeral, I dare say.
Then comes Matiang'i. The crowd roars as the former Interior Cabinet Secretary steps up, fist raised, voice booming. He doesn't mince words. We are here to reclaim Kenya's soul from greed and deceit. While he stops short of explicitly saying, I endorse Kalonzo, his physical presence, standing side by side with him, saying it all. His anti-Ruto jabs ignite the crowd, and chants of Tumechoka echo through Uhuru Park. For political analysts, Matiang'i's move is seismic. He is not just joining the opposition, he is legitimizing it, giving it the face of competence and control.
Let me start by congratulating you for a wonderful delegates conference you've had, and most importantly, for your nomination formally now as the presidential candidate for Wiper Patriotic Front. Activities of registering people, some of whom are not even Kenyan citizens, getting identification cards and doing all manner of criminal monkeying that is going to affect our country, is setting the stage for anarchy in this country. I want to ask our brothers and sisters who are in government that, you know, there must come a time in the history and in the life of a public servant when you must think about your country more than the very basic issues of political expedience and political survival at any point in time.
Next, Rigathi Gachagua, the man who once stood at Ruto's right hand, takes the stage. His message: unity is not weakness, it is strategy. The former deputy president uses his time to frame 2027 as a moral reckoning. Kenya can't be ruled by threats and theatrics forever, he declares. His defection isn't just personal, it is symbolic. Gachagua's presence turns the NDC into a national movement, a declaration that even insiders have had enough. If politics is a chessboard, Gachagua just moved his knight against the king.
Wewe Kasongo, wewe Kaongo, wewe Zakayo, sisi tumekubaliana ya kwamba tutatoa kiongozi mmoja kupambana na Kasongo. Na Kasongo lazima aende nyumbani. Ndio? Mimi ni mwanafunzi wa political science. Mimi nimesoma degree ya siasa. Hii ya Kasongo ni ya matawi. Ni mtu ya matawi, si ya matawi. Na ndio yeye akifuata mambo ya matawi amemaliza nchi yetu. Amepora nchi yetu. Ameua Gen Z. Amemwaga damu Kenya. Uchumi umeharibika. lazima Kasongo aende nyumbani.
Then Martha Karua steps forward, firm, focused and fearless. Unite, liberate, two words that define her new movement under the People's Liberation Party. Karua reframes opposition unity as a civic duty, not a political convenience. Her words cut through the noise. We are not here to trade power. We are here to restore purpose. Her endorsement of Kalonzo transformed the event's tone from partisan to patriotic. For the middle class and the disillusioned youth, Karua represents integrity, the moral spine of the movement.
PLP! We are liberating the country from the yokes of oppression. Someone's finger is on our throats. Someone's boot is on our throats. They are exploiting the nation and its people worse than the extractive colonial regime. Why would they tax people beyond the point where a family is no longer able to feed itself?
Eugene Wamalwa adds the organizational punch, promising to build this movement from the ground up.
So for us to liberate Kenya, we must be patriotic. If you are patriotic, you cannot loot your country the way William Ruto is doing. If you are patriotic, you cannot abduct and kill the children of your country the way Ruto is doing.
Justin Muturi, ever the voice of principle, praises Wiper's internal reforms as a model for leadership renewal. Mutula Kalonzo Jr. electrifies the audience with the phrase, "Blue wave of hope," while Governor Wavinya Ndeti grounds the message in Ukambani pride, reminding the ground that this movement isn't regional, but national.
Sasa Wiper ndio itapanguza machozi ya Wakenya. Wale vijana ambao wameuliwa, wale mama zao bado wanalia. Pale kuna ufisadi tutafanya Wiper! Wiper!
Every speaker builds the same crescendo. Kenya deserves better, and this coalition believes it can deliver. Behind the triatic lies strategy. Wiper has officially rebranded from Wiper Democratic Movement to Wiper Patriotic Front. It is not cosmetic, it is psychological. Patriotic speaks to ownership of country, values, and destiny. The delegates' approval of the new constitutional amendments signals a leaner, disciplined structure ahead of 2027.
Most heartbreaking of all is the plight of our young people, the Gen Z generation, bold, creative, and courageous, took to the streets to demand justice, to demand jobs, to demand dignity and accountability. But their voices on June 25th, 2024 were met not with dialogue, but with bullets and intimidation.
This is Kalonzo's biggest gamble yet, turning Wiper into the vessel of national opposition, capable of competing toe-to-toe with UDA's machinery. The stage is set. Kalonzo Musyoka versus William Ruto, a seasoned diplomat versus a shrewd populist. Matiang'i's insider knowledge, Gachagua's defection, and Karua's moral clarity create a triangle of power that could reshape Kenya's 2027 landscape. But can they keep it together? Kenyan politics has no permanent friends, only permanent interest. The question isn't whether this coalition can form, it is whether it can survive the first storm to come. Uhuru Park's echoes won't fade soon. The united opposition is reborn, and for the first time in years, the political chessboard looks unpredictable. Kalonzo's moment may just redefine Kenya's opposition playbook. Whether it is a surge or a mirage, the blue wave has begun. Stay tuned. 2027 might be the year Kenya learns what real political competition looks like. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. For Maisha TV, I'm William Chuma.